Hello, good morning, it's Aine here. 30 days of art with Aine. This is day 6. I'm queuing to get on the ferry in Belfast, and hopefully they won't call us on for another 10 minutes because I'm going to paint my eye from looking in the rear view mirror here. I was thinking you'd be thinking that I've no other clothes, but it's really cold here, so I'm always wearing this lovely big cardigan that my sister gave me. And Belfast is colder than Dublin was this morning. There was snow on the road and ice, so it's got a bit colder since we came up here. Right, I think I will be called on fairly soon, so I'm going to start doing the eye. I already started the eyebrow, but I wasn't recording by mistake. So the eyebrow's done, it's purple, and I'm going for orange, cadmium orange, in the skin between the eyebrow and the eyelid. Just creating that bit of a shadow there is kind of helpful. So I'm looking into the mirror all the time, looking more at my eye than I am at the page, really. So getting that little bit of a shadow there. Now I want to find the shape of the space between the eyebrow. Maybe make the eyebrow a bit bigger there. It seems to turn about there. I'm going to put some ultramarine blue into it to deepen the tone of it there as it turns. Okay, so I'm going to look now at the shape of the space between the eyebrow and the eyelid. That's an important skin shape to find, and it's actually, to me, more important than, you kind of can forget that it's an eye that you're painting and just instead see it as a shape of skin that you're making between the eye and the eyebrow. Just concentrate on making that shape, and then you leave enough space within which the eye can sit. And I'm kind of enjoying the colours and things here. I want to bring the eyebrow down a little bit further here. I have what my sister calls her MOT. Before coming over here, I had my eyebrows, I think I kind of tint on my eyebrows or something, so they're a little bit clearer. Yeah, you're still there, good. Okay, now there's a double line here where the eyelid stops and the eyebrow starts, and no, where the eye, that line there, where the eye socket starts and the eyelid stops. It's quite dark here. And then there's the parallel line as it comes in to meet the corner of the eye. Now I want to change the colour of the corner of the eye and make it a little bit warmer. So I put some cadmium red in there. It's lovely to distinguish parts from each other in the eye by using different colours as well as different tones. I'll just adjust the position of that shadow, made it a bit bigger. I'm going to bring you a bit closer to what I'm doing. Hopefully that's a bit better. And you can also see the colours there. Okay, and now, so yeah, the inner corner of the eye there. And now I want to do something to capture the shadow of the underneath the eye. There's a kind of a slight shadow that comes up to meet the upper surface of the lower lid. So there's a kind of a shadow that undulates around the eyeball down here. And you kind of want to explain that, I think, because it shows that there's a step in to the eye. And then there are some warmer tones. Let me see now. I think this is kind of warmer in here. And a bit warmer out here, kind of. I'm going to do a bit more of that skin colour over to the left. So mixing the cadmium orange and the purple, just gonna kind of create something of the temple there. I didn't think it was going to do that much of a mess, but let's just splash some water on. If in doubt, splash about. Okay. So the shadow that's underneath the eye here now needs a little bit more blue in it as well, I think. And I'm going to go for describing the iris next. How much time have I got now? Well, there's plenty of time. Yeah, we're halfway through. I'm going to describe to find the position of the iris. Just use my kitchen paper to mop up some of that. There, it's a bit distracting. Okay, it's a bit fiddly in the car, but sure, it's kind of worth it. Good fun doing something to pass the time. I'm going to put a touch of yellow there. Okay, now the iris. These eyes were closing on the way to Dublin until I went and had a strong coffee there just outside Belfast at a place called Lisburn. And now I'm on fire. After my coffee, my eyes are wide open. Might be half psychological, to be honest. Now, so I'm doing the dark of the iris where it meets the upper lashes. And I'm going to come down and describe the pupil in a different dark. So using the ultramarine blue and a dark brown over here. I think it's burnt sienna actually. So not that dark, but it's it mixes with the blue to create a nice dark colour. Brown and blue together make a good dark. And I want the pupil to read as being quite dark here. And bringing that dark up to meet the dark in the upper lashes. So the upper lashes being are really important dark to find, and then I'm going to include some of that dark in the eyebrow again as well. And now where the iris meets the upper surface of the lower lid, so I'm bringing down the colour of the iris to meet the upper surface of the lower lid, which is a little bit warmer and lighter in tone than the shadow below it, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, remembering to breathe. It's good medicine, this painting, carry on, because you can forget about everything else. Not that I have an awful lot to forget about. I had a great time in Dublin. But still, it's kind of nice to just become present again and start to see in terms of just what's here in the present moment. Talking rubbish, aren't I? But actually being attentive, that's the thing. I remember Ray Hedger, a lovely painter that I met one time from south of England. He said, the richness of each day depends on our attention to it. And when we focus like this on something in particular for a length of time, I think we come home to ourselves again and we actually begin to settle down and our days become richer. Yeah, the richness of each day depends on our attention to it. Okay, I didn't really expect the colour to bleed up the way there, but I'm kind of happy enough with it. Make chance essential is one of the things that Paul Klee said, and I like to make chance essential, or to allow some element of risk taking to be there, because I like to be surprised. You know, when you're doing this a lot, it's lovely to know that there's always going to be something unexpected, and there is always something unexpected if it's allowed to be there, and without worrying too much about it going pear-shaped. Like, it's quite nice then to just let there be a few unexpected things. Can you see all right? I suppose you can. Okay, so I'm going to darken now that I've brought a bit more colour in. Like, watercolour dries a shade lighter, so you might want to end up doing a bit more to the shadow that the shadow I started with there between the eyebrow and the bridge of the nose. I want to kind of make it a little bit more muted again, so I'm using the turquoise mixed with some greys and stuff that were already just on the palette to darken and knock that shadow back a little bit there. And just a touch of yellow ochre now into that green in the eye. While it's drying, it might give a bit of variety to the colours that are in there. And there's a thing called, the catch light, the white of the eye, the white sparkle, in the eye, in the iris, that you can take it or leave it. But I'm leaving it this time. Sometimes I think it looks a bit kind of like trying too hard to make a Hollywood eye when there's a sparkle in it. But here it's brighter than the white of the eye is. So I'm just going to put some cerulean blue in the white of the eye. And I'm going to let the catch lights be there. So I think they're fine. Put the cerulean blue up here as well. And now I'm going to bring some of the orange and yellow into the forehead. And maybe down here. That might be where the nose might begin, then somewhere like down there. But I don't want to give it that much context. The hair would be out there somewhere. This is a very